What's up guys, Big Papa Leads here, and in today's video, I'm gonna go over the simple 5-step system that I've used to build multiple lead generation brands and sell leads to my clients every single month. Many of those clients spending well over 6 figures consistently with us. And the best part is I barely have to talk to those clients because they just want as many leads as I can give them. So I'm gonna go over the system today and just really simplify it for you guys, kind of a bird's eye view. And the best part is you can actually access the system in a free course by clicking below and joining the free Skool community. So you can get access to the course that I'm going to go over on the computer here in a second. Guys, as always, this is brought to you by the Leadbase Skool, so make sure you join that below. And let's jump on the computer and I'll go over the system. It's really fun. All right, players. So this is the Leadbase community, Leadbase free, so you can, again, join it for absolutely free. It's kind of a no-brainer, guys. We just set this up. We've already got over 150 people learning about lead generation, having good combos and whatnot, and we give out free templates, and this one, it wasn't there, and Kobe asked for it, and we gave it to him. So free templates galore. We do some monthly calls as well if you want to ask us questions, and yeah, let's talk about pay per lead and how we've built multiple brands and being able to scale those to over 100K per month in lead revenue. So there's a few different courses in here. Let's take a look at Build a Lead Gen Business. So Build a Lead Gen Business is our free course, and it's going to show you the system, again, that we've used to build the different brands and the different websites, lead generation businesses that we've built. So we've built niches in several different brands using this method, and we're teaching people to do that now. We've had a lot of people in the Leadbase free as well as the bootcamp, which is just 99 bucks a month to get access to a more comprehensive course. We've had a ton of people see success getting paid upfront for lead generation orders and getting their lead costs down and building brands that they can then go and sell to multiple clients in that niche. So step one of the Build a Lead Gen brand system is that we need to pick a niche and then build a brand. So we want to pick a single niche. When I started out doing marketing, I was doing everything. I would literally do marketing for, like, I did it like pajama company, a cooler company, a chip company, a shelf company, a home reno company. I was trying to do everything at once, and I would pretty much just say yes to any job I could get, which is part of the grind. You know, we've all been there, and that's great. And that was part of my beginning. But once I picked a single niche and focused on it, and mine was timeshare cancellation, which is a very random, strange niche, but essentially helping people get rid of timeshares that they bought because everyone hates timeshares. And once I focused on one single niche, I made so much more money, so much more profit, and I spent half the time working. So we built something called Timeshare Tracy. You can check it out online. We sold it to a client. It's a website that helps people get out of their timeshares. And I could sell 100 leads a day in that niche and we're selling them for about 100. We're selling 100 a day. That client was spending like, was that 10 grand? Yeah, 10 grand a day. We were probably making between 4 and 5K per day with that brand. And that was probably on a good day, you know, 70 to 100 leads, anywhere from like 3 to 4K is probably more realistic for what we were making there, but it was crushing it. Like our best month ever was 99K in profit, which is crazy. And I never could have imagined that when I was doing retainers and making maybe making 10K in a good month. So we picked a niche, we focused on it, we became experts, and we built a brand that was trustworthy, that we could get leads on and then refer them to our partners or our clients who are purchasing leads off of us. So we built this educational brand, help people understand why timeshares are a terrible investment and why they should get out of them. They just bought one for $50,000. Why not pay someone $5,000 to get rid of that $50,000 debt? No brainer, really strong offer. So we picked a niche, we built a brand. Then we got to go get a client. We actually like to get the client first. You know, you might run some Facebook ads with a couple $100, do a little bit of testing beforehand, but really we want to go get a client that we can get paid up front by, so we can use that money and invest it into our ads and then deliver them the order without having to spend our own money. So we get that first client by using instantly cold emailing. You can cold call. We've had some people have success with cold calling local businesses and selling them leads. So we want to get a client that's interested in buying leads off us. And again, we want to pitch them on an upfront deal. And I've always sold leads upfront. I know people don't think it's possible. Literally all our clients pay us upfront in advance for the orders. That's just what we do. So if someone wants to buy leads, I say the minimum order is 50 leads. It's $100 per lead. That'll be $5,000. I'm going to take that $5,000. I'm going to go run ads, and hopefully I can get those leads for $50. Does that make, yeah, I sell them for 100. I get them for 50, and then I can make a profit on the lead order. So I've made $5,000, I've spent 2,500, and I get to pocket 2,500. But we want to get that client first so that we're not, spending a bunch of money and hoping we get leads and then hoping the client pays us. We want to get the client, get them to pay up front. Next is we gotta set up our creatives. And again, we might have run some tests before getting the client just to get some confidence and be sure we can get a few leads. Maybe we ran a test, we got some leads for $30, so we can confidently sell those leads at $60 per lead. But in terms of creative, I like to start with lead forms. So always go in, start with a simple Facebook lead form so you can test your creatives, set up an ad set with images, set up an ad set with videos, and you can use, there's tons of different image ads you can make. There's tons of different video ads you can make. I go a little bit more into this in depth in the bootcamp, but there is lots of great stuff in this video here and on my YouTube channel. Obviously, if you guys have been following, I give everything away for free. So go watch the YouTube channel as well and watch some videos on the creative. But once we verify things with the lead forms and we've got some leads, again, maybe we just got 5 or 10 leads, we get that first client, we want to start to transition to a landing page and quiz as fast as possible, because what you'll find with lead forms is you'll get some leads, they'll be cheap, and you're like, this is amazing. I got leads for $20, I'm selling them for $80. I'm about to make $100K a month. That's what I did with my first client, and that was a big mistake because my first client had no problem paying me I think it was around $50 a lead for 100 leads upfront. Big company. I had this big chance with this big company. I gave them 100 lead form leads, and they're like, these are the worst leads we've ever seen in our life. So lead forms do not produce good quality leads. They are for testing purposes only. Maybe you have to deliver some of that first order with lead forms. You add as many questions to that lead form as you can, but really, if your client's going to stick around, it's probably going to come from quiz funnels, because you can send traffic off of Facebook, send it through a quiz, collect a bunch of data, and even verify that data through text verification, verify that human being. So the steps are lead form, quiz funnel, and then we add text verification. We want to do those step by step so we can understand the lead cost at every point and then weigh out the kind of trade-offs that we have there. If we're getting lead forms for $10 and a quiz funnel is $50, well, first of all, you probably have to work on your quiz, but maybe lead forms are worth it at such a low price. Maybe we can hire a caller and call those lead forms and sell appointments from that because it's so cheap for us to get lead form leads. There's all these different trade-offs. It's all about how much someone's willing to pay for the leads, and it's all about getting a client that you let them know that you want to partner with them long-term and build a relationship where I always tell my clients the first order is not going to be perfect. We're going to over-deliver and make sure you at least recoup your ROI, but it's going to take some feedback for you so that we can really tweak things and make sure that by the third order, we're humming, you're making a 3-to-1 ROI at least, and you hopefully get them saying to you, give us as many leads as you can produce. So we got a client, we built out our initial Facebook ads, we've delivered that first order. I guess that's next step in here is launch Facebook ads. So I go over how to set up the campaigns. Conclusion and next steps. Really, the next step is the biggest gap that you have to jump. So pick a niche, build a brand, get a client, deliver that first order. Part 5 is the biggest gap we have to fill. And that is, how do we continually repeat this process and get feedback from our clients and deliver them super high quality leads so that they aren't just leaving us every single time. Your first, second, third client, probably not going to work out. In most niches, I don't think I've ever had the first client in a niche stick with me, because it takes time to really figure it out in each niche. And sometimes they come back and become great clients because they've seen that I've improved. But it takes time to learn the lingo. It takes time to learn what makes a good lead, how to find the right types of leads on different platforms. Maybe you tried Facebook and you just can't find a client that it's just not working with Facebook. So you go to Google and Google works better, vice versa. All these things are a factor. So the biggest gap and the thing that we can help you with at Leadbase is bridging that gap of, okay, getting a client, delivering an order, honestly, pretty easy. Getting a client that says to you, give me as many leads as you can get, that's the part where it takes effort, it takes hard work and iterating and testing like crazy. Because again, I've had tons of clients I've sold one order to, but it takes some time. It takes really becoming an expert in niche to get to those clients where they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, and where you've developed ads that are evergreen, such as some of our niches where I've had ads that have run for 3 years that I have not touched, that deliver 100 leads per day, and they make 50% margins on the leads, and I don't have to touch them. And getting those evergreen ads that convert consistently, that takes time and effort. So my encouragement today is to keep at it. If you lose the first client, guys, it's going to happen. If you lose the second client, it happens. Keep pushing, keep getting clients, keep learning, and build those relationships with the clients for the long term. That's how you're going to be successful in lead generation. So without rambling any further, I'm probably going to lose my voice soon just from ranting to you guys because I'm just passionate about this stuff. Join the free Leadbase community. Guys, it's free. I'm on there. I'll answer your questions. I'm happy to help you guys out. I truly love, just building this community and chatting with you guys, getting to know you. So join now, learn. You can learn how the pay-per lead model works, how to build a lead gen business for free. And as always, I will be there to help you guys out. Big Papa Leads is out of here, and we'll see you in the next video.